Okay, today I'm going to show you how I flat iron my hair. Now the number one thing, best thing you can start with is having your hair in good condition. I think mine looks pretty spectacular. I've got good length, known as split ends. This is my shampoo. Lots of times I'll use a little dab of the hair mask. Just, I have an oily scalp, so I'll use it just like from here on down to the ends, concentrating on the ends. The Arbonne hair mask. Once a day when I go to brush out my hair, I'll first put a very light coating of the hair serum on there, especially where my hair is processed and colored. This stuff is great, not too heavy, especially if you apply it lightly. It's not heavy at all. This is one of my favorite hair brushes from Walmart. I mean, honestly, it's just such a cheap piece of crap, but it's got flexible bristles. It needs to be washed too. It's got flexible bristles and they're very short, so they don't catch in your hair, but they're stiff enough to get the knots out. And then I just use a cheap rat tail comb for the parting. And as you can see here, I got a parting here and went back just to the crown there. And I did a pretty deep part, so I'll have more thickness on the top. And then after doing this deep part on the top, I came to the top here on the back of my head, and I just put my finger like on the nape of my neck and go straight down to that. And that enables me to get almost always a really straight part on my hair. Now this side you can see I've already done. And it's in good shape. Now, I didn't apply the hair serum fresh after washing my hair. Maybe I should have. I think we're good though. I've been using it every day and I definitely notice the difference in my hair. Last tool, very important, Paul Mitchell Neuro flat iron. I love this thing. The Paul Mitchell Neuro products, this and the curling stick, have done more. The two main things that have helped me get to where my hair will stay styled are the Good Botanical Arbonne hair care products. My hair isn't weighted down with chemicals and crap. And then the Neuro technology of the Paul Mitchell tools. These Paul Mitchell Neuro, you can find them on Amazon. Love them. My curl stays. Used to be I'd start curling my hair, and by the time I worked from one side around to the other, it was already going flat on this side. Now between the Botanical Hair Care and the Paul Mitchell Neuro products, that doesn't happen. Okay, so what I like to do is start at the back. And what I'll do is, with a flat iron you can take bigger sections. So what I'll do is I'll just take my finger and go along here and get a section. The main thing is that it's not too thick, so the hair gets heated all the way through. And I'll just comb that out nice and flat, holding it between two fingers near the top. And then I'll take my flat iron and I turn it down. If you do your hair stick straight, I mean, depending on your cut, that might be a look you're wanting to go for. But most of the time, if you end up with some curl at the bottom, it's going to be a lot more attractive. And it will also look smoother, look more like a finished style, a little more romantic style, which is what most people prefer. So again, go up underneath, taking flatter pieces, and it's better if you don't have some from higher and some from lower. It's better to get it all about the same height on your head, a piece that's all together. And once again, you know, really making use of the edge of the flat iron to get a slight curve. And I don't hold it too tight because you really don't need to. And if your hair's got some good product on it to protect it, then with a high quality flat iron like that, it should slide right through pretty easily. Now here I just went up to the back of my ear. I usually just go up to the back of my ear and then go the same height all the way up, and then do the front section kind of separately. So again, here we go. take your time. Let the heat do its work. I do not increase the heat setting. I go with the default heat setting. And that's always been hot enough to do what I need to do. Now again, mine's regular, finer but not too fine. Caucasian hair, if you're Hispanic, or you know your hair is different from this here, then you may need to adjust heat settings. Some hair that's really dark and really sturdy, you might be able to get away with using more heat. Mine, I try to be careful, and like I said, I don't usually increase the heat setting, although you can, it is on there. You can't even take a little extra time with the ends to get a little more curl. Okay, now I'm going to switch and start in on this part that's in front of the ear. And you may want to try to get closer to the roots when you start on pieces that are higher up, pieces that show more. There, I think I can get a thicker section. And this is wide enough you can work on a fairly broad section of hair, but again, you don't want it too thick, or the straightener's not going to be as effective. Okay, now up here a little higher. This is a thinner section going through the top, so I'm going to start on the back. And I like to start at the back, and then as I finish sections, as you can see, if you start on the back, then as you finish up each section, you can just kind of toss it back out of your way. And then as you get closer to your head, to your face, excuse me, then you may want to adjust the direction in which you run the flat iron, and also according to the length of your hair. Mine, as long as it is, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference what direction I go with the flat iron. But if your hair is shorter, like if your front sections are more like down to jaw length, or if you have a bob, then as you get toward the front, you might want to turn your curling iron toward your flat iron, excuse me. You might want to turn it more towards your face so that your curl comes in around your face, like say, like so. And again, notice I'm holding these in so the hair runs through flat and I get some decent tension. See, again, you can see it curls in a little bit more, but again, with the length I have on mine, it's not going to be so noticeable. Sometimes, depending on what I have going on here, you can go back through the top section. I have some new hairs coming in. You can always sometimes go through the top section or these pieces around your face, go over them again just to make sure it's super smooth, especially if it's not just an everyday look, if you're dressing up to go out. Anyway, that's how I flat iron my hair.